Right folks, I've just picked this up, new project. As you can see, everything's loose on it. I've got that foot plate, I've got that one in garage, I've got seat, I've got a new battery for this. Cat's being very noisy. As you can see, it's very battered and there's a lot of wires that's chewed up on this as well. So we've got a lot of fixing to do. I don't even know if the engine runs, so I've not heard it, because at the state of this, it's not likely it's gonna. It's not even got a filter on the carb. Yeah, looking worse for wear this is, but overall it's not too bad. I've seen worse and I've fixed worse. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to strip it completely off, strip everything down, get all this plastics off, and then have a decent look at it, see what's lurking underneath. As you can see, Doug's interested in it. Having a nosy, having a look round with me. Yep, it's fooked. But we'll see. I got it all teared down and see what's underneath, what mess is underneath. Right, so here I'm just taking all the plastics off. I do struggle in a minute to get one of the foot plates off the plastics, so I have to take the angle grinder to it, but it does come off, the bolt comes out, and I do manage it. I have to flip it up, get to the underneath of it, but yeah, get that off. And then the next bit, I don't know what happened to the audio, but I'll just show you around here of the plastics and the wiring, because it's a mess. Yeah, the wiring's messed up. It is missing the cover for the chain over the sprocket, but that's least of my worries at this point. Right, so here I am, just taking the fuel tank off and getting a better look underneath there at the engine, top of the engine. But this is where I just check everything over, make sure that I don't need any parts or any bits and bobs. Make sure everything's working correctly. Yeah, just checking it over basically. All this wiring. As you see in a minute that I'll take the carb off to clean that. Right guys, I've just taken this carb off. As you can see, it's very filthy. But actually inside here, where the what do you call it now? The yeah, I forgot what you call it. It goes up and down. The needle is really clean actually. I'm really surprised how clean that was when it came out. I'll show you in a minute on the quad. But that's the choke. That's all running nice and smoothly. Not an issue with that one bit. I will take this bottom float off and see the jets and that inside and see what that kind of looks like, and give you a show of that. I'll show you what the quad looks like now. Now it's taken everything off. Oh, it's a bit sunny today, isn't it? It's quite hard to see. Let me just show you this. So this is the needle. Yeah, that's really clean. That. I'm quite surprised how clean that is. Surprising how mucky everything else is. If anybody knows what size engine this is, I got told it was an 80. But if anybody else does know what size engine this is from just looking at it, there is a number on top of that. I don't know if you can make that out. I think it's 48 MC square. I think that's just the size of that cylinder head. But I can't find any more numbers on it anywhere, any descriptions or anything. So if anybody knows, please let me know. That'd be handy. Yeah, I'm missing this cover as well for the sprocket. I have just literally put these jumper cables on the battery to the starter motor, and that spins really freely. But there's got to be a wiring issue, because when I'm pressing the starter on the handlebars, it's doing absolutely nothing. So I've got to figure out that wiring issue. But I'm glad I've heard the motor, the starter motor spin, so now I don't have to buy one of them now. I know the engine turns over because I've turned that over by hand. That seems pretty, not easy going, but there's enough compression there. I can tell there's enough compression. So what I did is put a little bit of oil down the cylinder, hit the piston. Right, so I've just opened this float up, and as you can see, it's very mucky inside. Just move that across there. Oh, look at all that. Oh, damn. I can definitely say it's seen better days. But hopefully this will all clean up. I could do with one of those ultrasonic cleaner things, to be fair, but I don't have one at the minute, so I have to make do with just a bit of brake cleaner. Clean it all out best I can, but that's what I'm dealing with. I'm hoping these jets will come out. But yeah, see what it looks like after I've cleaned it up. Right, I just thought I'd let you see how far I've got with it now. I've took all the wiring loom off, because all these wires has been messed about with. So live we're going to ground, all sorts. It was just a mess. So what I've done is took it all off, all the wiring loom off. From here, all I need is three of these wires. So I need the it's like a pulse wire, ground wire, and then you need your live wire. So they're the only three cables I'll need out of the engine. The other two are just for the charge the battery. So that's what I'm on with at the minute. But that was the state of the plug. Yeah, and then the previous owner decided to crimp these on the end Show you if it'll focus. Yeah, just some crimps. Yeah, and all these are like really brittle, so as soon as you put a little bit of, I don't know, pressure on these, they just snap. Let me just show you a different one. Look at that. And believe it or not, that will like that. I didn't do that. It just snapped, the wire snaps. But it put all these in to the CDI box. All them connectors. So I'm guessing they were all touching each other. So I don't know if it's done any damage to this or not. So we'll have to figure that out once I've re-crimped it all. I bought a box of new plugs off Amazon. So I'm going to crimp them up and then I'm going to try and wire it all up. So I've had to cut quite a substantial bit of wire up each one of these, because this is just, look, brittle as hell. I don't know if it's got really hot and melted him. That just snapped it. But guys, that just snapped. So I've had to chop it quite a fair bit off it to soft cable. So this is not going to snap now. This is all soft. Still got to figure out what I need out of that wiring loom, because obviously I'll probably need the cables going to the spark plug. Other than that, CDI spark plug and engine straight onto battery. I'm hoping that'll work, but I'll set it all up and then I'll show you what happens. I just need to put carb back on as well, and then I'll rig some kind of fuel thing up. Okay, let me get on with that and I'll show you what I've done. Right, 6 headaches later, and I've finally sorted it. I've had to buy a new wiring harness because that was kaput. So for 23 quid off eBay, you get all the wiring harness, everything, CDI, the stator, the coil. You don't get the battery. New kill switch. Yeah, basically everything you need. It does have a lot of extra power cables, and these are for headlights, other kill switches, headlights, probably tail lights. But yeah, just press this button, and as you can see, getting spark, which is an extra bonus. So all I need to do now is put the carb back on, put a bit of fuel in it, and see if she fires up. But oh god, it's took me ages to do this wiring harness. Right, as you can see, I've actually took the engine out. So I've had to make sure that timing were right. That's all right. I've been cranking, nothing. I mean, it pops from a couple of times and then it don't do nothing. So I've either got no compression. That's the only thing I can think of at the minute. No compression. Air's that getting either through the valves or past the piston. So I've got a leak down test to do on this. So I've had to put it in top dead center. check timing, make sure everything's lined up before you do the leak down test. It's just so your valves are closed when you're putting air into it, so then you can see where the actual air leak's coming from, whether it's your valves or your piston. So your piston will be right at the top, so if any air is getting past the piston, yeah, it'll go down past your rings and into your bottom end, or it could be coming through the yeah, your valves, which I hope it's this one, because I don't really want to take I don't want to be really messing about with piston rings and stuff. So I'm going to do that now. I'm going to try and do the leak down test. I'll just show you if I can. You have to get top dead center on there, which is that little mark. I don't know if you can see that. Might be away. Mark on top of there, and then there's a mark just there, and you have to get it lined up with the case, which it is. I've got them lined up and it's timed right and the valves are closed. So I'm going to take this off now, it says, and that's just your case cover for that. So that's the hole that you find top dead center with. So once that's that mark, let me show you now, you'll be able to see it. So as soon as that marks, in that hole with that T on, you check it with this one to make sure it's all timed, and it is. It's all timed up. So I've got to have a compression problem with the piston or the valves. So I'm going to find out now if I do have the problem, and then if I do have, I'll be taking this apart, and I'll go through it all and show you how to take it all apart, and then hopefully how to put it all back together and it goes well. So I'll do that now and I'll come back. Right, just need to connect this now and just listen out for leaks. Oh, that is a very big leak coming out at inlet. Yeah. Right. I don't think there's any leaks coming anywhere else. Just the top of that inlet, which that should be closed. Top dead center, that should be closed, and it's not. So we've established that that is my problem for why it ain't starting. So we need to take the cylinder head off. Okay, and I need to remove all this, and it'll be my valves are open. So let's see what's wrong with the valve. So once I've taken all this off, we can see the damage. Right, okay, so first things I need to do is make sure this is still in time, which it is. Now I need to undo these 3 nuts here, bolts that's holding this kind of sprocket on with a chain. So we need to undo them 3 first, then this will slacken off this chain, and then we can literally take that sprocket out, set it aside, and then we can start undoing these 4 bolts, which should have washers behind. There's another one here. We've got to undo all 5, and then this cylinder head should come off. I'll just do that now on time lapse, and so there's 3 there, and then there's 4 there and 1 down here. Right, I just thought I'd cut in there. I've took the cap off. That's 4 bolts, not soldering that on. I've also took the, as you can see that, the chain sprocket. It's just on the bench there. The nuts for that, top of that. Right, also I just need to undo this one here, and then all this should just literally slide off. I'm hoping. Right, so I don't know what happened here. I lost audio. So this is the helicoil. It was stuck underneath one of the valves, and it's made a right mess of yeah, the head. If you haven't so far, please subscribe. Right, so I've kind of got this helicoil now to sit right. These valves are now closed, so hopefully that's good. This is smoothed off, but there's still that big gouge in it. I don't know if it'll run like this. I'm going to try, but if it doesn't, I'll have to buy a new piston for that. But we're going to try it. But I reckon it'll fire up now that valve's closed. Because what were under that, the helicoil was under that valve and it was pushing it up. My camera died as I was filming it. I thought it was still rolling, but it wasn't. So this valve was open. The helicoil was underneath it, and it was just not shutting. So on the carb side, this valve was stuck up. So that's obviously letting all the air out when it's compressing together. But right, I'll get this back together, and then we'll see if she cranks over. It's all in bits a minute. Everything's out. Nothing left of it on it wire. So yeah, put this together and then we'll go for a first start. Right, we're all back together now. All buttoned up, all tightened up, all timed up. Right, got everything connected back up. Fuel, spark, battery, ignition. Just get a few. Oh, that's sharp. So let's see what she does. And I've got fuel everywhere. That weren't great, but never mind. But she fires up, and I've got fuel everywhere. Right, let me just clear that up and then get this back together. Thanks for watching and please subscribe. Cheers.